You know, it's kind of crazy. 9 out of 10 people who see a doctor to help treat back pain never find out what the actual cause of their pain is. Now, I hear that from so many of my clients and of the women in my community that they just don't get answers from their doctor, or maybe the treatment path or plan that they're put on doesn't really help them, or if it does, the relief and the results are usually short-lived. So today I want to share what conventional medicine gets wrong about treating back pain and what you should be focusing on instead. If you're new to me, my name is Amanda and I'm a holistic health coach, and I help women with chronic back pain find natural ways to relieve their pain so that they can live a normal, active life and limit the need for medical interventions. So before we get into where conventional medicine goes wrong, we need to start where we go wrong. What we do wrong when our back pain flares up or intensifies. So imagine a fruit tree that keeps growing rotten fruit. You pick some off and just remove all the dead stuff and just hope that, it grows new, better fruit. But instead, you just get more rotten fruit. So we pick it off again, get rid of it all, and wait for the next round. And again, it's just more rotten fruit. So the rotten fruit is like our pain. When we take pain medication, when we rely on heating pads, ice packs, slathering ourselves in icy hot, it's just like picking the bad fruit off over and over again and hoping something better is going to come back in its place. And then we're surprised when it doesn't. Why? Because it's kind of like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. So then we go decide to see our doctor, and they might do a number of tests like x-rays, MRIs, which is kind of like starting to check the branches or the trunk of the tree to see what's wrong, to see what's producing this bad fruit or this pain. And your doctor might say, well, everything came back fine, so just keep doing what you're doing, or maybe it'll eventually go away. Or maybe they do actually find something wrong, whether it is scoliosis or a herniated disc or degenerative disc disease. And then they tell you, well, there's just nothing you can do about it. Or maybe they recommend, some sort of maybe treatment path that's a little bit more invasive or a little bit more extreme than what you're wanting to do right now. But the thing is, it's not just the branches and the trunk that determine the health of the tree and what it can produce. It's also the roots. So sure, you might have something structurally wrong. I myself have an advanced S-curve scoliosis, so no matter what I do, I'm always going to be crooked. But that doesn't mean that a crooked tree can't grow and thrive and bloom. Maybe it's just not producing healthy fruit because there's something going on with the roots. So maybe they're not getting enough water. Maybe there's not enough nutrients in the soil. Maybe they're planted in a spot where they can't get enough sunlight. And maybe they're just not getting all of these things consistently enough so that they can anchor down and allow that tree to grow strong. So, what are your roots like? What's your environment and your lifestyle like for your back? Do you exercise regularly to keep your back strong and mobile? What's your posture like on a day-to-day basis? Are you sedentary or hunched over a computer most of the time? Do you eat foods that actually help to reduce inflammation, or are you eating foods that can increase it? Do you do something every single day to manage stress and create a positive mindset so that stress hormones aren't running rampant throughout your body, intensifying your pain? And do you allow yourself to get enough quality rest at night so that your body can repair and restore itself like how it innately knows how to do? And when was the last time your doctor actually asked you all of these questions or gave you the support that you needed to make these successful changes? So this is why using a conventional medicine approach misses the mark. They look at what's wrong with the fruits and not the roots. So when you do that, nothing works, because if the roots aren't healthy, the tree isn't going to be healthy. And even if it does work, the relief is usually short-lived. Because if you're not creating the most optimal environment for your back or the tree day in and day out, nurturing it on a consistent basis, then you can't expect to be pain-free, just like you can't expect to grow healthy fruit. That's why also using a holistic approach and working with a coach can be more effective, because we focus on the root so that you can relieve pain, prevent it from coming back, and get back to living a normal, active life. Now, I'm not saying don't ever see a doctor or don't follow conventional medicine approach. Actually, the two go hand in hand quite nicely together. I myself work with a couple doctors because you do need to know what's wrong if there is actually something structurally wrong. Because when you do know, then you know how to take care of it better. So, what are you going to do from now on? Are you going to focus on the fruits, or are you going to focus on the roots? So if this was helpful to you, go ahead and share, and make sure to tag me in things that you do on a day-to-day basis to give you some back pain relief and prevent it from coming back by focusing on the roots. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in my next video.